Hello guys, welcome to the channel, Bob here, and welcome to what I guess is going to be a new series, essentially, of videos. I'm going to call it, I think I'm going to call it When Games Came in Boxes. And I know, technically games kind of do come in boxes nowadays, but not really. not like these boxes. Um, this might just be a crazy thing to do, but I'm one of those people that I quite like. Well, I really love vinyl, mainly because of the covers. The album, the covers that the albums come in, and I feel a bit similar to do with the games, really. The game boxes. I've got loads of old game boxes that all the boxes you see in this series are kind of bought originally at the time when they came out, and I just have a bit of a thing for them. I just think they're really nice, and I thought I would start off the series with my first ever MMO, and it's Ultima Online. And this is the box it came in, which is pretty awesome. I think anyone will admit that. It does have some little secrets that we will look at, but yeah, it's a nice box. I do hope that the image comes across okay. I don't have any professional setup here. Maybe I'll get some better lighting at some point. But yeah, for now it's like a warts and all type thing. But some nice artwork on the. I say artwork, some nice screenshots on the back. There's one here, if you can see it, of dragons, and I think there's maybe like ogres or etins or something. They're also fighting. I never actually saw that in the game where you've got a pile of treasure sitting at the back there, and there appears to be dragons defending it from players. I mean, certainly there were those dragons in the game, and you could actually tame them as pets, which was pretty awesome. But I never saw that particular scene. But then there was a couple of certain things. It feels a bit like Shroud of the Avatar with Richard Garriott, actually. It was certain things promised that never came to fruition. One of the things I think with Ultima Online was they were talking about the ecology of the world, where animals and creatures would move around, and some creatures would kill other creatures, and if dragons kind of run out of food, they would move around to where there was food and stuff. They did say that some of this stuff was in the game at release, but it didn't really work, and players didn't notice it, so they took it out. But I'm not sure about that. But anyway, back to the box. Nice back to the box. What you might notice on the front is the price label here. It's from, you can't see it, but it's from Virgin Megastore in London. I think it was $44.99 from what I can see. And it's interesting because this is the American version of the game. And when I bought this, there were no European servers at the time. They were just American ones. But I guess some places like Virgin Megastore just got some stock in. I'm not sure if it was EA or Origin themselves who published the game, but maybe the publishers just wanted to get it into other territories, so each territory got a certain amount, and Virgin Megastore was the place where I bought it from, and there's the sticker still there. Now, what this does have, and this is awesome, it's got like a little, you open it up and it's like a book type thing. I'll try and get that more in the picture for you. Now, the artwork here is by Tim and Greg Hildebrand, who are quite famous for doing Lord of the Rings artwork. I've got a lot of calendars of theirs with Lord of the Rings stuff. And it's very good. The artwork's very interesting. It's very, as you can see here, if you look at the lizard men on your left, I think it is. Their artwork for me generally feels quite. It's quite soft, almost like you're looking at it through some sort of filter. It's quite cartoony, but if you look at the lizard men on the left, as I said, the bodies are quite detailed, and you notice that in the Lord of the Rings artwork. The image all feels quite soft, but there's a lot of detail, particularly in the characters. Again, this is a scene that was never in the game. I don't think. I don't think there were ogres and dragons attacking cities and things, or lizard men for that matter. But it's just license, I guess. But it's worth going and looking for Tim and Greg Hildebrand's artwork. I'm sure they're American, and I think they were born in somewhere like Detroit. kind of in the 60s or something, maybe earlier than that. But it's worth going and checking out the Lord of the Rings stuff. Though I think they also did some artwork for the original Star Wars film. I think it was George. I don't know if it was George Lucas or whoever at the time, was aware of their artwork for Lord of the Rings, and I think they got some. Got them to do some stuff for Star Wars. What I like about their artwork is I guess it's always very personal, but it's kind of a lot of their artwork is how I imagine the characters. So I know that when a lot of people think about Lord of the Rings, they think about the films, which I don't, But these guys' artwork, and I think there's a guy called Core Block as well. I think his name's called Core Block, something like that. He's really good as well. But yeah, so some great artwork there. And the game did it obviously the box came with some other bits and pieces. So this is the disc it came with. Here's the disc. Again, it's got the Hildebrand artwork on the front, and this is kind of what I miss about game boxes. Really, is I said a bit like album covers. They used to go to, great efforts to make things just look nice. A disc with some artwork on the front. I know that whenever I've got a disc recently for new games, like even when I've paid quite a lot for like a special edition, the disc is just a bland disc, which is unfortunate. What else did it come with? Did it come with some other bits and pieces not related? So there's an advert for Dungeon Keeper here, which probably gives you some idea of the age. You can actually phone up and order the game, I noticed. Not sure if that's to do with. I'm not sure if that's actually phoning up Bullfrog themselves to do that. I'm not sure. And the other thing that I got with the game was this, which is the Prima Origins Official Ultima Online Guide. I don't think there's too much. There's a lot of text about the game, but not much else there really. And I've got some other bits and pieces. I mean, this came in the box like an installation guide, basically. If you can see that, okay. Installation guide, and then I've got some other bits and pieces. One of them, this is all Ultima Online stuff. One of them is the 7th anniversary edition. Again, it's got the Hildebrand artwork on the front. If you turn it over, it says that it includes the game plus all 5 expansions. I mean, I wasn't aware that they'd put out 5 expansions in 7 years, but yeah, it's quite nice as well. I think that's another image taken from the Hildebrand artwork and some screenshots of the game. I'm going to save the best till last, but I've also got some Second Age stuff. There's a Second Age disc, Ultra Online Second Age. I do apologise for the camera doing its thing, but and there's a Second Age play guide. If I flick through this again, it's just lots of text. It's got things like it tells you where some of the it's got the creatures so you got a Balron there, an elder demon. It tells you the habitat. It seeks out wooded areas. It's carnivorous and it's large. Okay, there you go. So that's some second age. I think the Second Age stuff was when they brought out the I believe it might have been when they released the non-PvP side. So when they released Trammel, I'm not 100% sure actually. Yeah. So I've got one other thing left, which is this is the thing. This came with the game. It actually came in here, this little slot here, and it is a map of a lovely cloth map of Britannia. As you can see, it's got all of the towns and cities marked in the runes that they used in the game. At one point, I did have all these translated, and I had little stickers on all of the names to just to remind me what they were, what the cities were. This is the sort of things you do when you're younger. To be honest with you, I'd probably do it now, but yeah. These are the sort of things we do when we were a lot more innocent. But this is really nice cloth map. And that's it. That's my kind of Ultima Online collection, and this is the first of this series of videos. Hope you enjoyed it. I mean, I do, as I said, I do enjoy looking at artwork, but also kind of finding out who the artist was. if they did any other work, that kind of thing. It's always quite interesting. I mean, obviously with Ultima Online, the Hildebrands, they were quite big, so obviously they've done loads of other work and they're quite well known. But it's quite interesting when you look at a box and you see who it was, and then you do a bit of investigation to find out the other things they do. It's always quite surprising. But anyway, yeah, that's it. This has been Ultima Online. I bought this game when it came out. I'm not sure how long it would have taken to get over the pond to here, but I bought this. I bought this pretty soon after it came out. Started playing it on a terrible internet connection. When I think back, I can't believe I actually carried on playing it at the time, because it was so bad. I mean, people complain now. Literally, you would run a few steps and your character would stop, and it'd run a few steps, then it'd stop. Sometimes he wouldn't move at all. It was that bad. But it was just such an amazing experience. You kind of got dragged into it that it was just, I just couldn't not play it, even though at the time the performance was terrible. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.